This fucking girl here scammed me. Now, I don't know if it's a girl or a guy, maybe it's someone from Nigeria. I don't know, but I know that I got scammed and it sucks and it's a crazy story. Now, I've never seen such an elaborate scam before. And honestly, after dating hundreds of women from online methods, from approaching them in real life, from meeting them in events, etc., I never had a story like this happen to me. It's the first time in my life that I have this kind of story, or like a scam or something like that. And I don't care how smart you are, this type of scam is fucking crazy and any guy can fall for it. I hesitated to make this video because on one hand, I teach guys how to become better at dating, so it's not really a good look. But on the other hand, I guess I just want to be transparent and show you that, if it could happen to a guy like me, then it could definitely happen to a guy like you. And I hope this video prevents some guys from falling into the same trap. Now, yesterday, I posted the whole story on Reddit. And in 24 hours, I got more than 262K views. Now, it keeps going up and people are going crazy. I received a ton of comments of people saying that this is crazy, this is elaborate, this is the first time that they see this type of scam, and that it's a pretty damn good one. So I'm going to show exactly how I fell for it and how you can prevent it or what you can learn from it. And if anything, this is going to be entertaining for some of you. So let's dive in. All right, so it all starts by a Tinder match. So I matched with this girl on Tinder. I'll put the photo. I actually screenshotted it because she shared with me her Telegram. So one thing I do every time I discuss with a girl on Tinder and it goes well, I try to move her out of the app. I try to move her to Instagram or to WhatsApp because I don't like staying on the app. The app is noisy and it has kind of this bad connotation of like, meeting on Tinder. So it's better to just transition to WhatsApp or Instagram. But this girl, she told me that she didn't have Instagram and that she had Telegram instead. So she sends me her username, Telegram username, and I take a screenshot of it. And then I text her on Telegram. So then let me show you the conversation on Telegram. So first I say, "Hey Christina, we're back." Then she says, "Well done." And she even sends me some voice messages. Now, you can't really see any pictures of her or any voice messages because she actually deleted them and she blocked me. So now you can't see any pictures. And it says last seen a long time ago, but before she was like either online or last seen recently, but now she blocked me. But anyways, so I reply, I say, "Hey, good to connect, blah, blah, blah." We start talking. I start asking her if she's Polish or if she's Estonian. By the way, I live in Tallinn, Estonia right now. And this is quite relevant for the rest of this story because you'll understand why I got scammed and how it worked. But basically, I ask her if she's from Estonia as well, and we start talking. And I ask her if she's ever dated a French guy because I'm French. And we start, vibing together, etc. And after a while, I start setting up the date, right? I ask her if she likes wine, and then I start just proposing like a drink, And so then she says, "Yeah, on weekdays I work until 5, blah, blah, blah." And so then I said, "Well, I can only either Thursday or Friday around 8. And we start talking about that. Now, after I say that I want to meet around 9 p.m., she says that it's too late for a meeting. And she'd like to meet at 6 p.m. or something like that. And then she criticizes my choice of meeting at a bar. She says, "Oh, in a bar, maybe we can make something more attractive." Now, that was already a red flag because usually, meeting at a bar is pretty basic. So yeah, in my head, I was thinking maybe, she's a bit of a gold digger or she wants me to pay her dinner or whatever. So that was already kind of a red flag. But then I said, "Okay, well, if you want to meet sooner, then it would be more for a coffee or for a drink. And then I told her that I'd rather meet a bit later because I have some work to do during the day. So then anyways, she says, oh, I understand, but I would prefer to meet earlier, like 6 p.m. is good, blah, blah, blah. And then we start talking together. She asks me about what I do in life. And I told her, oh, it's a secret. I'll tell you when we meet, blah, blah, blah. All of that. And I tell her that I'm going to ask her more about what she does once we actually meet as well, because I'm very curious about what she does. And anyways, then she asks me how tall I am, stuff like that. This is something a lot of girls ask when they like you, usually. How tall are you, just to see if you're taller than her. She asks me if I have any hobbies. And the conversation goes on for many days. Like, it's not like we matched in one day and then just after a few hours we have all of that. No, this is something where, like, we matched a few days prior to everything happening, and we had a conversation for a few days, and she sends me good morning, how are you, blah blah blah, and we start talking, and it was refreshing. I felt like she was interested, really interested. She was invested. She's telling me good morning. She's interested. She asks me a lot of questions, like my hobbies and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, this girl is investing. This girl is really interested. Maybe she has high standards and she wants something a bit unusual, not like a regular date. So maybe this girl is a bit fancy. So in my head, it was a totally normal girl. And she was also sending me voice notes at this point, telling me what she was doing, telling me that she just finished yoga. But you can't see these voice notes anymore because she fucking deleted them. And so the day prior to our date, I send her a message and I say, hey, let's meet at 6 p.m. tomorrow at this bar. And she says, yeah, it's a great idea, but maybe we can go to some show after we have dinner. Now, in my head, I'm like, who said we were going to have dinner? I never said we're going to have dinner. I said coffee or drink. I'm not going to pay for your dinner. This is a first date. I want to keep it simple. So I told her, like, we won't be having dinner. We're just getting coffee or drink. And this is going to be something laid back, But if you have some cool event in mind, then just send it to me. Maybe it's cool. I'll check it, And so then she says, oh, okay, I'd be very interested in going to see Wicked tomorrow at 7. Hope you'll like it. Wait a second. I try to find schedule. So then I'm like, oh, what the fuck is Wicked, So I go on Google, I search it, and it's a movie. So then I text her, like, is this movie, And then she says, ha, 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 no. And then I said, what then, lol, haha? I thought you said theater or opera, not watch a movie. But yes, send me then and let's see. And so then she actually sends me a link with those tickets. Like, those are theater/opera tickets to check this show. And she even says that it'll be shown behind Tamsare Park, which is an actual park in my city where the opera is, the actual opera. So then I said, okay, nice, I love the idea. Never been actually inside. But in my head, I'm like, yeah, I'm probably not going to do it, but I'm just going to tell her I like the idea. But I'm not going to tell her it's a bullshit idea. I'm just going to tell her, yeah, it's a good idea, but yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to go. Because honestly, in my head, I just wanted to have a coffee or a drink. I don't want to do a show or anything like that. I just wanted to do something simple. And so then I text her, well, sure, I pay for the coffee and you pay for the theater. Sounds good? So now I'm kind of joking with her, seeing if she's willing to pay for her stuff, and kind of teasing her about that. But then she says, tell me what place I should take for myself. I understand that it's a little expensive. I'll book for myself, okay? So then in my head, I'm like, well, if she's willing to book a ticket for herself, then yeah, she's not expecting me to pay for her ticket as well. So maybe she's not really a gold digger, or she's not like taking advantage of me for her ticket. But then I said, listen, let's not do that on a first date. Let's first get to know each other, blah, blah, blah. And so then she insisted. She said, oh, why? I would like to go on Wicked. It'll be shown only tomorrow. You said you like the idea. Let's go. I really want to get on a dress. And so then I said, first, I want to meet you for a coffee, but feel free to go after. Maybe I'll join. Otherwise, another time. Come dressed to the Swiss Hotel. So the Swiss Hotel is the bar that I mentioned to her before. And so then she says, oh, I would only get on a dress if we go on Wicked, blah, blah, blah. And so then I said, it's okay, you can still wear your dress. My hotel is a super classy hotel, it's great, blah, blah, blah. And then basically, yeah, we start arguing a little bit. And after a while, she starts saying, okay, well, you know what? Never mind, I'll take my ticket and I'll still meet you at the hotel, but then I guess I'll go to the show myself or whatever, but you can join me. So then I said, since you love it so much, then sure, take your tickets, and maybe next time I'll invite you to the theater. But anyways, tomorrow, let's meet at 6 p.m. at the Swiss Hotel first, at that bar. And so then she says, okay, I'll take E3 for myself. This is a seat, like E3. F3 is yours. Give me some time, I finish work and I order it. And then she says, I'm done. You can order yours. It's all okay. And then she sends me a booking confirmation of the ticket that she bought. Like it's an actual confirmation of the ticket. Now in my head, I'm like, wow, like this girl, she actually took her ticket. Like she's serious about the show, etc. And I'm like, maybe it's going to be a good experience. Maybe I'm going to miss out on something, And to be frank, usually my dates are pretty basic. Like it's just a drink at a bar. So I was like, oh, maybe I should do something different. Maybe I should just do something a bit unusual. And that's an opportunity to do something a bit unusual and to kind of like break the pattern a little bit. And maybe she's worth it. Maybe she's, a great woman. Maybe it's going to be the mother of my kids one day or an amazing girlfriend. So I'm like, maybe I should give it a shot. So then I start telling her like, oh, is the show in English, you think? And so then she sends me a screenshot of the support where she was asking the support, is the show Wicked in English tomorrow? And then the support, just replies to her, etc. So then I say, nice, okay. I can't believe I'm going on a first date to the theater, lol. Never done this before, which is true, I never done this before. And so then we start talking about how unusual it's going to be and how, this is going to be different and blah, blah, blah. And so then I go to the website myself this time, and I go and ask the support, like, how long will the show last? And they say, like, it's going to last 2 hours and 30 minutes. So this is the website, and this is the chat. Actually, it's still, like, memorized, the whole chat. The whole chat is still there. So you see that yesterday, I texted to the chat, like, hey, hope you're doing well. How long will the show last? And they say 2 hours and 30 minutes. And then I say, thanks. So then what I do is I'm like, okay, let me check. Let me check the tickets. And I go on this page, so there's a pop-up, and I see that, okay, so there's a few seats available, and she said that she took E3, so E3 is taken, and there's F3 there that's still available. But all the seats that are next to F3 are all unavailable, and there's only F3. This is obviously not a coincidence. You'll get why. But yeah, so I click, I put my info. I'll put like a bullshit number just to show you. And you have the time. There's only one time to select. And the price is 55 euros. Now, if I had to pay her ticket, I wouldn't have done it. But because it was only my ticket, and I rationalized in my head the fact that, yeah, maybe, it's a cool experience, fuck it. Anyways, it's only for my ticket. I'm not going to simp for her. I'm not going to, buy her ticket and stuff like that. Why not? Why not? So I go, and when I click, it goes on this page, okay? Now, this page looked a bit shady, to be honest, like mono finance, blah, blah, blah. it looked a bit too simple. But I thought, you know what? This is maybe how, theaters here operate. Like maybe they're not like, they don't have like crazy tech or crazy landing pages or checkout pages. So I'm like, yeah, okay. And so then I go and I insert my card information and I click on continue. So then it says, oh, we've sent you an SMS, a confirmation code, confirm the code, and then it's going to go through. But then when I try to confirm the code, every time it says that there's an error. And little did I know that every time I reconfirmed the code that they sent, they were charging me money every single time. And they were charging me 50, 50, 50, 50, 50. I mean, more than 50. 50, actually 57 on average. I'll share the screenshot with you. And every time they were just charging me 50, 50, 50. And so after trying for 2-3 times, I go to the support and I say, hey, I'm trying to pay with LHV, which is a bank here, but every time it says wrong SMS. I think it got paid, but every time it says the wrong code, can you check, blah, blah, blah. And so then they say, type faster. The new code is valid for 30 seconds. Enter the last one that came in. So then I try again and I type faster. As soon as the code comes, I just type it. And so then I do it again and again and again. And they're charging me money and I didn't know it because I didn't open my bank account. Little did I know that I was getting charged every single time I tried. And the thing is, I didn't have notifications enabled and I didn't check my bank account, like what, if it went through or not. Like I didn't open my bank account. I should have opened and checked, and I should have notifications enabled, but I didn't because when I focus on work and stuff, I disable notifications. So then I tell her, hey, it keeps sending me a new code. It's been the 6th one, blah, blah, blah. I sent her screenshots of everything. And then they say, oh, I see, I apologize. There must have been an error, blah, blah, blah. And then I even send her a screenshot of all the transactions that have been made so far. There's plenty of transactions, 57, 57, 57s. And I see that I already have around 500 euros in reservations. That's money that's been processed but not officially transacted. But I mean, it was transacted, but it's like just a reservation for tomorrow. And so at this point, I'm like, these guys have already charged me a lot of money. They should give me a refund first, and then I'll try again, maybe. And at this point, I was really getting a bit scared because I was like, what the fuck is happening, And so then I say, yeah, please, there's a lot of pending orders. I'm down for a refund, and then you can send me a ticket and whatever. And so then she says, refunds are made on an equivalent system. This is used to verify the card of the payer who claimed the refund. The card must have an amount equivalent to the refunded funds, etc. And now I'm like, yeah, this is too scammy. And then they say, expect a call from a payment system specialist who will explain everything to you. And so then I say, okay. After 5 minutes, I receive a call, but it was a red flag because it was a no caller ID, like literally no caller ID. So there wasn't like a number shown. And I take the call and a guy answers and the guy says, hi, sir. How are you doing today? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, I'm doing well, blah, blah, blah. And then he tells me that, yeah, they saw that I had a problem with my ticket and that they were going to issue a new ticket right away and that they're sorry for all the transactions and blah, blah, blah. And they told me that I needed to click a link that they were going to send in the chat so that I could get the money back and just fill out the form and get the money back. So then the call ends after he calls me. And they send me this link. And this link is actually a refund link, but it's another scam. It's like they want me to put my card again so that they can charge the supposed to be refunded amount so that they can charge my card again. And at this point, I'm like, yeah, this is a scam. I mean, these guys still want to chat with me. I'm still receiving like notifications from the chat. And so then at this point, I'm like, yo, this must be a scam. Like, this is crazy. So then I go and I type in on Google Opera Tallinn Theater, and I don't find their website anywhere. Like, this website isn't on Google at all. And instead, I go to the official website of the opera, and there's none of these fucking shows. Like, all the shows that were here, like there's Wicked, there's Beauty and the Beast, the Lion King, Harry Potter, whatever. Like, all these shows that are here, they don't exist. Like, it's not shown. There's like the Nutcracker and some other shows, but yeah, none of them are real. And so that's when I knew that I got fucking scammed. And at that point, I was fucking mad. Like, I was angry at myself. Like, how was I so fucking dumb to to pay for this fucking ticket for myself, not for her? Like, I wasn't gonna simp, but I just wanted to try this new experience and, maybe go. And everything was so well made. Like, you have your city here, as you can see. You have even the address of the actual opera. Like, this is a real address of the opera. Like, this is the opera. It's real. It's all there, and it's crazy. It's crazy to. I would have never thought that it was a fake website. You have the FAQs, etc. Now, after looking at the FAQs, I saw that there's actually some spelling mistakes. But yeah, I mean, it looked so good. And the girl was chatting with me for many days prior to that. It's not like everything happened in one day or in a few hours. Like, we chatted for several days, and she sent me voice notes. And yeah, she looked like a great girl. And so, yeah, the lesson here is, number one, like, Telegram is already a red flag because it's known for being a bit shady. Now, lesson number two, you have to be careful about the links that people send you. You have to review the links and everything. And in terms of the payment processors, like, if it's too easy, like if it's a card form like this and there's no PayPal, nothing, it looks too simple, it might be a scam. It might be a scam. You have to really check if the people are legit, etc., if everything is legit. I should have Googled the event prior and I should have made my research, but I blindly believed the fucking website. And next time, keep the fucking dates simple. Like, no fucking show, no fucking cinema, no fucking nothing crazy, just a coffee or a drink. And if she doesn't comply, then goodbye. You either comply or goodbye. And that's it. So next time, keep the dates simple, keep the dates cheap. Don't try to do something crazy extravagant and whatever just because she told you, or just because she's expecting some princess treatment on the first date. She hasn't earned it yet, so fuck it. But this girl was different because she wasn't asking me to buy her stuff. She was just asking me to come along with her, and maybe get my ticket. And in my head, I was like, yeah, let's do something a bit unusual. Let's try it. And that just costed me 500 euros. So yeah, but it could have been worse. Honestly, it's not like a crazy amount. I know people have been scammed thousands or even millions or whatever. So it's not like I've been scammed for thousands of euros or millions or whatever. But still, it sucks. It's kind of an elaborate scam. Like, as I told you on Reddit, like, everybody is just saying, like, this is crazy. This is the first time I see this scam. I've never seen a scam like this. And a lot of people said that they would have fallen for it, and they understand how I fell for it. So yeah, be careful, guys. And I hope this was entertaining and this opened your eyes. And share this with friends and comment your thoughts and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And honestly, this is a raw video. This is a true story. And I hesitated quite some time to make this video because it's not necessarily the best look as a dating coach, but it's a true story. And yeah, and it's the first time that this actually happens. So be careful. I'm usually good at spotting traps like these, but this caught me off guard, and I have to say, well done. Like, fucking well done. This is a masterclass in scamming. This is a really wicked scam. Like, it's fucking elaborate. So kudos to the scammers. And yeah, I'm never gonna get scammed like that again. I guess that's my lesson. I learned that lesson the hard way, and since then I deleted fucking Tinder, Bumble, etc. And I'm only focusing on Instagram and on cold approach, which is what I teach my clients. I teach my clients how to get really, really good at cold approach, online presence, generating dates consistently, and all of that. And honestly, Tinder and apps like that, I like them. I mean, you can still meet some women there, but yeah, it's not the best apps, and there's a bunch of scams, as you can see. But yeah, anyways, it's life, and I hope you learn from my mistakes, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers. And don't forget to subscribe.